fumbles because that really hurts the team, puts you in a really tough position to try to convert a first down. So that is completely unacceptable in my mind. I appreciate the effort that he plays with, and I thought he did a really nice job. Really, our whole line. There were some scrums in the run game where you could see our line trying to push the pile, and I think we did on one of the touchdown runs by Omar. So I love the effort. It's just you got to be smart in those situations. I didn't get a great look at it, so I'm not quite sure what happened. But yeah, we got to clean that up. Yeah, he fumbled the football. He fumbled the football. That's the play that Belton got called for the face mask. So you got a double whammy because not only do they gain possession of the ball, but then they got I want to say they tacked on the yardage on that. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I was really proud of our veterans that did not play in terms of their ability to stay locked in. And they're coaching the guys up. They're encouraging them. Told them at halftime, it's hard to bring that energy when you're not making plays. I said, but you got to bring some level of encouragement for the guys that are out there. And I thought they were dialed in for 4 quarters and did a nice job with that. Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good things that he did. Obviously, led us on a couple of scoring drives. I do think there were a couple times where he put the ball in jeopardy in some tough situations, and we got bailed out by a penalty on the defense. So I think there's a lot to like, but also a lot to learn from.
The ball that he had picked up, he didn't know that there was a penalty, that he had a free play there or anything. That was a bad decision.
That was a bad decision.
There were some bailout plays both ways. Do you guys look at the result is one thing, but are you evaluating what actually happens in the play? In other words,
100%. You're still looking at how guys go out there and perform. Like Malik hit Scud on a go ball, and it got called back for a holding penalty because we couldn't pick up a twist game, and so that's pretty deflating. But I mean, you're still evaluating the players on every individual play for their respective positions, despite the fact that it might have gotten negated.
So following that, to win the game, does a win matter? Is there value in winning today?
I mean, why else do you play? I think there's value every time you go out and compete. You're always striving to win. It always feels good to win. I mean, that's the name of the game. So you got to find a way to do it, and sometimes it's not as pretty as others. But bottom line is you got to find ways to do it. I thought it was really cool to watch our offense take about a 5-minute drive, getting Sean Clifford in there for the first time, and he leads them on a touchdown drive. And there was a lot of good things that happened within that drive. And also some plays that we didn't make where we had opportunities. I mean, when we get a receiver one-on-one and he beats the defender, we got to put the ball out for him. That happened a couple times with Nair tonight, where he got behind the defense, he got behind the corner, and we throw a ball short twice.
Hicks and Cornelius Johnson have been making some nice catches in practice. Saw a couple in today's game as well, right? Talk about their progress.
Yeah, I thought both those guys have really grown, I would say, from OTAs to where we are in training camp. I think they've shown a ton of growth. So I love how those guys are competing, and they're going out there and making plays.
Injuries today, Omar Brown and Arian Sorrell. You know what's the status of those guys?
Yeah, Omar. Shut up. It's a kind of a scary deal. He'll be staying overnight, but he's got a chest contusion, and then Sorrell, he's got a knee, so we'll evaluate that further when we get back to Green Bay.
Last one. Is Marshawn Lloyd okay?
We'll see.